What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Wow, I cannot believe that we are in the final stretch of this 330 series on health habits. This week, I am ending on the note of spiritual health habits. So don't worry, I have a lot jam-packed in for you this week. 2 live conversations to call out. The first with the lovely Brooke Fiquette on Wednesday, talking about her journey with yoga, practice she embodies every day at Aloe Yoga. And on Thursday, I am chatting with Paul Allen Slitsky, from not being able to speak for years to finding peace and purpose in meditation, opening his own practice, and now helping young adults find their new career. But today, I'm especially excited as I had the privilege and the honor to co-author the most recent edition of my good friend Ross Gordon's newsletter, Gridology. It will serve as the first topic in this week's spiritual health habits. And if you can, please pause this right now and check out the link to the article in my notes below and follow Gridology. In Gridology, Ross has created a matrix 2x2 framework to help answer many pressing questions of today. This specific edition is fittingly on the subject of resilience, which is really the purpose behind sharing all of these health habits. We took the first subject of this week's spiritual topics, the 4 agreements, and applied them as a guide to construct Ross's 2x2 framework in helping define how we can become more resilient in our ever-changing environment. So these 4 agreements are a set of principles rooted in ancient Toltec wisdom as delivered to us by Don Miguel Ruiz, an author of spiritual works. In his book, The 4 Agreements, he advocates personal freedom from beliefs and agreements that we have made with ourselves and others that are creating limitation and unhappiness in our lives. The 4 agreements are to be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything too personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. As we think about resilience, Ross and I posit that this is an aspirational but attainable mindset and one of personal freedom. The 4 agreements help us think through Ross's 4x4 framework. So let's get into it. The first is being impeccable with your word, which means that we are as honest with others as we are with ourselves. I think this is akin to radical transparency as championed by Ray Dalio. The 4 agreements specifically tell us that this should never be done in use against yourself. It should be used in the direction of love, which in Gridology's 2x2 moves us up the y-axis and focusing on how to be more self-compassionate. Second, don't take anything too personally. In situations of uncertainty, we tend to think the problem is either us or the other person had malicious intent. This false belief is called Hanlon's razor, a mental model I shared in my last 30 in 30 series. The important note here in the world of resiliency is to remember that what others say and do is a projection of their own reality, which is innately different than yours. Practicing this agreement moves us along the x-axis in the resiliency grid. Third, don't make assumptions. This is a manner of being deliberate about finding your truth, being intentional and clear with your communication to avoid misunderstanding and anxiety. Similar to the second agreement, this moves us along the x-axis. And lastly, always do your best. This is a journey, but being real with yourself on whether you are truly putting your best foot forward is so critical in resilience. If you are, what more can you ask for yourself? Being patient in this process is cornerstone to self-compassion. We hope this provides a useful framework as you think about how to be resilient in our ever-changing times. Where are you on the grid? Be patient and honest with yourself, and remember that your reality and your mindset is yours alone and no one else's. Remember to subscribe to Gridology and to my YouTube channel in the notes below. Thank you so much, and we will see you tomorrow.